And I think we also have, I think my wife also has a different style record, a bigger record, maybe a 10-inch or something like that, that is from some older member of her family as well. So you could start up a business here and, like, charge us for transcribing our antique radio or antique record.
This is great. Now, Howard, actually, I definitely would. We'll get together on that Saturday, and if we could do a recording, maybe it's just a separate recording of the procedure and the results. It might be nice for people just to appreciate just on its own.
I
but
think I think Howard was asking for permission, and it is granted. Of course, let's film it or video it, and that would be great.
Absolutely, yeah, let's do it. We'll find a convenient time. It's for Brookline to do this, but at any rate, so this is the last Zoom meeting for September, and we know that we're only 10 days away from Fall Brookline. And for those of you who attend, we all like all Brooklines, but Fall always holds a little more special place in our hearts because it's the fall weather. We usually get the perfect weather. We've had some pretty nice events in the past few years. So we're hoping for yet another one. But so I hope to see most of you guys there, because the next Zoom meeting will be to perhaps talk a little bit about what happened at Fall Brookline at the next Zoom meeting, and if not, it's the meeting that follows. So before we start, since I don't see Bob here, and I don't think he'd be announcing anything more than Fall Brookline is coming, be there or be square. But does anyone have any announcements or things they'd like to add to what I've just noted about Fall Brookline? Of course, Howard giving a special demo that might prove really interesting for a good group of people.
Well, I'd like to ask a question.
Sure.
And that is, I haven't seen anything printed or mentioned about a contest. Will there be contest this time?
No, this our contest chairman Paul has a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
And we discussed it, and it was my recommendation to skip it for this one time. So
fine.
Yeah, that seemed like that was where that was going to go. But I guess we'll just have to wait till spring Brookline, the next one. But if the last spring Brookline shows, there was some great choices for contests and a lot of good entries. So, anyone else who wants to add?
Yeah, the
Sure.
New England Wireless and Steam Museum there goes my dog. Is having a steam up October 7th. It's a Saturday, so
right around the corner.
All the museum will be open. You can see all the radios and stuff. So it's a good time.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Thanks for reminding, Len. And if people don't write it down, that's okay, because it's on our future events link on our website. But it's always good for the verbal reminders, because we often forget to be able to go off to the website to check what's going on. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll then go on to, Kutztown this past weekend. Did anyone, who's attendees here, did they go? Anyone go here? Howard, did you make it?
I didn't make it this time, though.
Okay, well, that's all right. Bob Bennett would normally be here, but he's feeling a little under the weather. So hope Bob feels a lot better, and and be able to give us a little bit of color when he's maybe he can make the next meeting. So, but at any rate, I want to start maybe sharing my screen then. We can start looking at these. I took only a very cursory look at the pictures. They look pretty darn nice. Just let me know if everybody can see my.
Ooh.
Wow. Yep.
And wow, just an eyeful right here, right?
Amazing.
I even know where to start. The only one I can really recognize and identify right off the bat, of course, is Crosley right in the lower left corner.
The
And
victory.
and I said, "Wow, that's the victory on the red, white, and blue. That's nice." And I can zoom in on these. This is sort of an on-off button for this. Either goes in way in, or you can retract back to standard view.
Yeah.
So not quite.
That-
I don't have the variable.
The big brown plastic, isn't that a Zenith radio on the right? The big one down below.
Yeah, I thought that was Zenith as well.
With a record player inside of it.
Yeah, I can see. You can see the zoom goes to maximum. Yep. Looks to be in pretty nice.
Yeah,
shape.
it's an AM with a 78 RPM record player inside of it, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. But there's just this one intrigued me in the middle. I almost
Very
thought it was a European set, but I don't know.
That's a French Soronet. I have one of those.
Thank you, Howard. Oh, right. That's what I was thinking. Where did I see this?
I'm
And,
curious. I would love to know what he's asking for that.
unfortunately, I cannot see. There's not. It's either
Yeah.
turned over, or I can't read
Or not enough contrast or something.
Yeah, but you can see it's in really nice. Looks to be in really very nice shape. This I found kind of interesting. So the guys have some speaker. I guess I can just go screening about here. Not sure what this is. Sure, I recognize these two. Oh wait, I'm at maximum. It's to say Lang, but I could be wrong. Is there a long line? No, they can't be right. Is that an R? I don't know, guys. It's just at the limit of my ability to discern the script on the institution. Some nice pieces here, all in pretty. I'm not sure if I could recognize all these. So I might have to rely a little bit on others' good eyes or memory.
If we could recognize them all, they wouldn't be so cool because they would be common.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. But some really. I'm not even sure what this is. Well, maybe we'll get some close-ups or so later. But some very nice pieces and some I've never seen before, especially like this one here.
I believe the one that you were just pointing at is an Audiola.
Oh, really? This
Possible.
once you move the zoom thing, it's hard to move the thing back. Sorry, I'll have to be much more deliberate on my or I have to stop share and reshare because you can move the panel of the attendees to one side, but it seems to be hard to move back. So I apologize for that. Well, here's I guess some varying, trophies and yes, you recognize the Disney radio.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. That's quite nice. Let's have a yes. I think I see I don't know. Hard to read. I see scripts, see numbers, but not sure.
You said the other things are trophies? I thought they were really fancy antennas or something.
Look at this. This is, yeah, maybe. Well, let's see here. Best
If you
female
look on that-
vocalist
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be from somebody famous.
to Georgia
Yeah,
Gibbs.
best
It says-
female vocalist of 1955.
I think it says Georgia Gibbs, the best.
Georgia Gibbs. Wow.
Guess that's supposed to be a record or something.
Yep.
Recording.
It's got a red label. It might be a Columbia.
Sure I can tell you. Whoops, I'm not sure I can tell you that. I remember maximum. Yeah.
Not sure what label she was on.
Let's see if there's anything more. It's hard to see. It's kind of faint.
Yeah.
It's just when you get the shine.
If somebody in the background could go jump on Google or something and DuckDuckGo and say best female vocalist of 1955 and then get the whole download.
Georgia, and see who Georgia Gibbs is. This is kind of neat for what it's supposed to be about, but it's that's I don't know.
Looks like a telephone almost.
Yeah, telephone. I was gonna say.
That's what I started to say, and I was like, is it? And I guess it is.
Well,
That's
what's
pretty-
she standing on down there? Is that like part of a magneto or something? I mean,
Maybe.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
maybe.
figure that one out.
Really neat.
It's antique steampunk.
Indeed. That's pretty cool though. Well, let's see what this person's all about. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Ooh.
You get the cord. And she's also on the same sort of similar.
Maybe it's a set. Maybe they're like bookends or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that sounds right.
Well, even if they're not intended to be bookends, they're heavy enough that they could serve as such.
Well, I mean, if you really, really, really wanted one of them, you probably want both of them. I mean, look at the bases are essentially identical.
Yeah, I think there's certainly no coincidence there. That was they're pretty cool. It would certainly stand out in your living room or whatever. Even this was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was probably could it have been like a toy for a real rich kid, or do you think it was just colorful?
I don't know, it looks like a real genuine needle and so forth. I mean,
Oh yeah,
makes you believe there's a motor in there that spins. I see some knob here.
Yep.
Maybe that So it's trying to see what that.
But it might have played like children's records or something. I don't know.
And something Nirona. Is that Nirona? Is that an N? I think TY in the first two letters. I'm not so sure with these first couple, but really neat. Again, this stuff I've never seen before.
It looks like a device for puncturing donuts.
Early American donut maker. We're gonna get that to Adrian as the most plausible.
Yeah.
Possible.
The first two slides are spectacular. It's going to be hard to keep up this level of.
I know. That's why
interesting things. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have to give a special nod to John Hagman for taking these photos. We appreciate him doing that. Oh, look at this. Nice. What do we got here? I don't know the make and model here. Let's see what we find. Scroll around.
When you're done listening to the
Edison.
It's a roll. Listening,
right here.
Yeah, when you're done listening to it, if you pan down a little bit, you can see the little wooden drawer. That's where all the shavings go, and then you take that out and dump it out.
Empty it out. I think you're right there, Noah. Yeah,
Then again, maybe it's a recorder, not a player, and there really are shavings in there, and you speak into the horn instead of having music come out of it. Don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They had to make the rolls before they could listen to them, right? So.
You're right there. Yeah, I don't know. Very interesting. You can see right now the first three photos are mostly of items we never see.
It's amazing stuff.
Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit more mainstream, but not a lot. Let's get in a little closer. We can talk about some of this stuff. Now this, well, actually I stand corrected. I've never seen a Holdra.
Nope.
Holdra 8 stereo. I've never seen one. Obviously European set. Beats me from where it comes. I'd have to do a Google to know. But this looks actually, to me, this looks like, That looks to be like early '60s, early to mid '60s to me, in my eyes. And I do see it looks like it's got FM because I think the FM band's right here at the bottom level, and it's got little markers for you to move across. So the other thing is trying to see if I see looks. I can't really see everything I'd want to see, but still very interesting. I've never seen one of those before.
Well, it can't be too old because below the Holdra, doesn't it say stereo?
Yeah, well, they late '50s and onward, you'd have a
Right.
shot because they would slap a
Yep.
stereo badge on something, even if it only do it through the auxiliary.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably didn't have the FM stereo, but it probably had for a tape recorder or something like that, it would play stereo.
I mean, my money is on early to mid '60s would be roughly. It could be as late '60s because some of the tube, some of this could be a hybrid,
Yep.
tube solid state thing that I know the Telefunken was doing that around '65 or '6.
Yep.
Before they just cut over in '67 to solid state.
And that chrome transformer, is that just a power supply or is that a power supply and an amplifier as well?
Take care, everybody. Must leave.
Oh, Adrian,
Nope.
good seeing you. Hope to see you
See you.
again soon.
Likewise. Thank you.
No, those look like 6L6s.
Yep.
there. And preamp tube something.
Right. It's a mono push-pull type thing.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Actually, I think that's a single-ended because there looks to be a main power transformer and then two smaller output transformers behind it.
I couldn't. Oh, I couldn't see I didn't see the two little transformers behind it. You're right.
Right there. Yeah.
So this could be stereo.
Yeah, a single-ended stereo. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. If I recognize this.
That's an airline.
Thank you. Because I couldn't read that saying airline.
We have one of those that's used as the ballot box for the contests. There's no radio in it.
Yes. I've looked right through that a bunch of times, Howard. Yes. It all comes back now. That's funny.
A little Emerson above.
Yeah. Pretty neat. Lafayette, I think.
Majestic.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Now I can see it better. You are right. And a rare bottle of Gold Peak.
Couple of Zenith tube shields.
Yep.
I am. Yeah. Well, Crosley, that I recognize.
Wow.
I've seen, I just one of these before some time ago. Old telephone. Going back to those
candlestick. Now, is that a microphone or is it a radio?
I think that's the real deal. I think that's a microphone.
It looks like a mic cable coming out of the bottom.
Yeah.
An early ribbon mic or something.
Yeah. Another Silvertone.
Yep,
Yeah,
Silvertone. The thing behind it almost looks like some kind of piece of medical quackery, but
no, that's radiola.
Radiola. Yeah.
Just
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a nice table full of stuff.
For 90,
some older turntable to the left.
Yeah, I see that. Not sure what that is. Get out very easily. There you go. Look at the size of these things.
Looks like too expensive for me.
Yeah. Yeah, King's Ransom's size. Look how shiny it is. All spiffed up, ready to find a new home. Interesting. EL80, EL34s.
Yeah,
Usually I'll use the Germans.
but 6 of them?
Yeah, potentially. I assume these are all matched here, and these look the same to me. Yeah.
I would understand 4, but I'd have a hard time understanding 6.
These are EL84s as well. So just if you go through this.
My guess
I mean,
would
34.
be that
Yeah.
a push-pull parallel configuration. It's probably a custom amplifier. That's the only thing I can imagine them
Yeah.
doing with.
You may be right. It is nicely done. I mean, look at the handiwork. It just was custom. It was really nicely done. Really nicely done.
I wonder if the party size Milky Way thing comes with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're gonna
I'm sure
spend the-
if you paid the going rate for the 2 amplifiers or whatever they are, I'm sure you could probably get that little bag of stuff to come along with it.
you might give you 2 Milky Ways. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's on a cold winter's night, it doubles as a space heater.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to warm your hands over, put a little marshmallow over it. Oh yeah.
Toast.
Wow, that's right. All right, what we got here? We got some somewhat familiar looking
Speakers.
speakers. I can find where I want to hone in on. Yeah, that's a nice, beautiful condition. Really nice condition. Okay, now look at these goblets and all. Let's take a look at what we got here.
It's the Holy Grail.
Of course, and here they are. Indiana Jones is going out to where out in the Middle East or whatever, and look, it's right at Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Like Stromberg Carlson.
This one right here.
No, to the left of that one with the hexagon.
Oh, okay. God,
Yep.
I always think somehow whenever I see that, I always think of MG.
Yeah.
That's a 6-tube RCA right there next to it.
A 6-tube or what?
RCA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big radio with 6 tubes. Crosley.
Yep.
Big tubes.
There's another Stromberg. That's quite nice. Let me back off of that. That's really quite nice.
Nice wood grain there.
Yeah, that's really pretty. It's almost nicer to see without the zoom in, because the zoom really is. I wish I had variable zoom here. Just make things a little easier.
It's so funny to see all those radios there, and then kind of right next to them, is that like a CB that's sitting there?
Yeah.
CB. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah. Yeah, Regency. Yep. You can play with that. Put on C.W. McCall.
Breaker 19.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some novelty radios. Of course, no radio show is complete without at least one transoceanic. Of course,
wave magnet.
Sure, with this radio, it's a pretty faded dial, clouded dial face.
Looks like an Emerson.
Yeah, it does look like an Ingram cabinet, that's for sure.
Needs one of those headlight repair kits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Or you can certainly people remanufacture those.
Nice original Coke radio.
Sorry?
That's a nice original Coca-Cola radio.
Yeah, it sure is. Look at that. That is really nice. And look at this gas
Gas
pump,
pump.
pretty cool. Not sure what this is here. Let's see the name, damn it.
That's an RCA portable.
Yeah, right. It does say
Those are
RC.
nice.
It's got those, that's a traditional kind of RCA knob, I think, there on the side there, right?
Might be,
RCA Victor.
oh, and there's a console here. I don't think that's worth looking at. It's just covered.
Yeah.
Got some nice lightweight tape recorders down on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Nice bar stool.
Yep. That other suitcase looking thing might even be a, who knows, an 8mm or Super 8 projector.
Oh, yeah. You'd be right. Ah, more speakers.
Wow.
And also in really nice condition. Look at them all. Whoever's doing this work does really good job on these. Very nice. Very nice.
He had those all on display in the spring when I was there, and towards the end of the show, he started playing different ones.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really nice to hear them in operation.
Oh, I bet. That's fun. It's got a few breadboard.
Yep.
Oh, now there you go. Now you can just get a wide range of stuff. You name it, he's got it. Old telephones. Just probably German. Sure who made this one, but it's just the badge is out of shape. But this looks decidedly German.
Well, and then there's that, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but like behind the telephone, you can see the sort of hooks on that radio with the warped tuning dial. That looks like one of those headboard radios that would clip onto the headboard. And then there would be a light bulb that had a reading lamp as well as an AM radio for above your head on your headboard.
Yeah. I think you are right.
Mitchell.
Yep. That's the one. Radiola 2?
Looks like.
Yep. A lot of Philco cathedrals behind there too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This one's a little bit rough shape, but I know, Greg, you could do wonders with this.
He's got the escutcheon on upside down with the shadow meters on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fire starter.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Nice little Emerson.
Oh, the RCA behind it. Here, to the left. Black and gold.
Oh yeah.
Get my bearings back here. I guess the Crossley's last one we didn't really see.
All right, John is now the expert. Is that a real Crosley or is that a fake Crosley?
That's well, this looks to be only AM only. My money's on real, but
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, the reproduction has FM too.
I
Yeah,
think,
exactly.
and a cassette slot in the side, I think.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
No kidding.
Cool. Oh my, that's smart and a
Oh,
real. Do. Guys, zoom in on that. See if that's that.
That's the real
I think
deal.
that looks like the real deal to me.
Mhm.
I've seen one before. This is just, it's not very clear the dial, but someone had one in one of our March shows about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and I did take a few photos of it. That looks like the real deal to me.
Little Emerson.
Is it Emerson?
Yeah, I think so.
That's really quite nice. I have never seen one with this style finish
Hmm.
inside. There's
No,
one.
it's quarter to 8. Yeah. I'm
Uh,
gonna continue listening to.
This must be one of these mini tube ones. This looks pretty small. This radio.
Yeah, they are pretty small. They've got like an inlay stripe around it on the top.
Yep,
Oh
They're
yeah,
nice looking.
two
Yeah,
of them.
I've never seen one like that before. Really quite nice. Very attractive. Very stylish for such a small radio.
Bruce Phillips had one of those. They are very nice.
Very attractive.
And what's the plastic sort of kind of Catalan thing with a lid on it behind it?
Yeah, I was looking at this thing here. Yeah. Is that say?
No idea.
I forget what brand it is. It might be an RCA, but they refer to that as the jewelry box.
Hmm.
Just because that's what it looks like when the lid is
Yep.
closed. I
Sure.
can't remember if it's an RCA or if it's something else though.
Look at the workmanship on the top of the lid. So
I
the
know.
scalloping and so forth.
It that could be an Emerson. I can't remember, but they call it a jewel. They refer to it as a jewelry box. At least that's the jargon kind of thing.
Interesting. Again, something I've never seen before. How
Nope.
is this a crystal radio?
Cat's whisker.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Sentinel.
That's to know. Yeah, they're pretty nice. This is Catalan.
Yeah, that's Catalan.
Quite nice too. Oh yeah, have your Nacho Fada.
Two Fada Catalans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
I think that's called a Nutridyne. That big long.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah, I think you're right, Greg.
I could be wrong, but Nutridyne is the type of radio. I believe the brand is Neutral Wound.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah. I was close.
Yeah, no, you were very close. But Nutridyne, actually, Philco had a Nutridyne set. A lot of people had a Nutridyne, but I think the brand name was something like Neutral Wound.
Wound. Yeah, that sounds right.
Look at the neon Dumont television sign.
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh look, it's lit up. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. The picture doesn't do it justice in this case.
Hmm.
That's pretty nice. That would look pretty sweet.
I think you need a pretty thick wallet for that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no thicker than the radio that's in front of it. But
Too.
that whole bench is pretty right up there.
Yeah, top shelf.
Yeah.
What's the thing way down in the right corner that looks like it's got some weird wooden spool or something and nuts and bolts through it? It's almost
Yeah,
like it's part of a pinball machine or something, or some kind of.
Yeah, I don't know, Noah. I saw that. I know what to make
It's
of
almost
it.
like that's like you put your quarter in there and then you know.
Crank the handle.
Oil
Yeah.
winder, perhaps?
Could be. I don't know. I'm mystified by it.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a better picture later.
Hmm.
I've not reviewed these ahead of time, so I think I've seen one of these before.
Yep.
Might have been from the last Kutztown.
Ashtray radio.
That is pretty slick, though.
Yep. Don't have to recap those because it just catches all the ashes right there inside of it.
Yeah. That's the beauty of that was their motto. That's pretty cool.
You're supposed to let the smoke out of it, out the top, and just catch the
Yeah.
ashes down below. That's way cool.
Look at this.
Oh, I've seen those before. I had one of those once.
Hotel radio?
Yep.
Hotel radio. That's pretty fun. That little thing, the coin, you just press the button, I guess.
Magic fingers. The magic fingers massage unit's on the other side, and the radio is on this side.
This actually looks to be in pretty good shape, and it might even be original. It's pretty. The decals are in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
1 hour for 25 cents. Such a deal. Cheaper than Sirius XM.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. That's neat. Lots of goodies.
Wow.
That's a cool streamlined record player. Wow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it. Boy, that's neat. That's got another item I've never seen in my life.
That's an Arvin.
With a
Yeah.
chicken head.
An Arvin.
Yep.
Good call, Howard. Pretty nifty. And here's a looks like that. Is that Calvin? That is small.
Yeah.
That's
You
an
know,
Emerson.
Where's
AU
it?
something or other.
another Snub Emerson.
Could be.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm not sure who makes this, but it's very attractive.
The
Mm.
Trolla?
The Trolla, yes, I just have
Trolla.
find it. That's really
Yeah.
quite attractive. Yeah, not something I've seen, but dial face is quite attractive.
I've got a cube like that, same face, but it's got an eye tube above it.
Oh, is that right? Does it go up?
Yeah.
Sure, who makes this? Like another, is this another,
Mickey Mouse.
this would
Similar
be,
to Mickey, yeah.
Is that mini?
hard to tell with this. You get the washout glass.
I think it's a silver tone.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
You just saw one of these fairly recently with the pull downs levers. I think I had showed one from Arizona. Detail. I'm not sure what makes it though. Huh.
Ooh, chrome.
Yeah.
Chrome is good. Yeah, it's too bad. This is the maximum. We need a few more close-ups here. Everything gets
Yeah.
washed out by the light.
That's a Philco. The
So,
black one.
This one here.
The little black one right next to.
Oh, this one here.
Right. Yep.
Oh, got it. Thanks, Greg.
With presets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Transitone.
Are those slug tuned?
No,
Oh no.
Actually, I'm going to zoom in on these ships here just because they're the most interesting thing here.
Huh.
Otherwise, it's hard to see everything else, which really identify because of the angle. Ah, look at that cup of coffee.
there's a Pepsi can radio.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep. The TV and a record player got here.
Yeah.
This is relatively more modern. Looks like
Yeah, we'll see that one at the bonfire.
it is working. I see a female in the. Ah, it's a GE. here on sure.
With casters.
Oh yeah, well I think I think that's you need something like that. Try lifting that around. There we go. And there's some that grand piano radio.
Oh, yeah. That's a general television. I think they might have made that.
I think you are right. It's really quite nice.
Silvertone candy cane.
Yeah, I just showed one last Zoom meeting, except it was white. The red candy.
Ooh, that's nice.
Let's say it says something-
Paulson? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think you're right.
Paulson. Yeah.
They're asking $150. Yep.
Keep going left and towards the back. There were some pretty cool ones over there. Look at that. Ooh.
All right, this is an Emerson.
Pretty
Okay.
reasonably priced.
Yeah, that's no.
Look at that one. What's that one in the background there?
I know. I'm wondering what Silvertone. I think is that Silvertone? No, silver.
No.
No, it's not silver. It's silver. I think it says SILV.
That's Silvertone, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Silvertone.
Oh, that is really unusual. I've never seen one.
Yeah.
That's attractive. Neat radio. Really neat. Guess we've seen it all. Cool.
I think that Silvertone sitting on the original box too. I just
Oh, is
noticed
that right?
It looks like it, yeah.
Like back out of that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, guys. Back to where I went too far ahead. Got quite the row of 30s top cathedrals.
Two Philcos.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Howard, by that jewelry box. Catalan radio. I missed that now. The GE model L622. Did not know that GE made a Catalan radio. Philco.
It's like a Grunau right there.
This one here?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you may be right. It's really hard for me to tell on get to this angle because the angles go down to us any favors.
They're Philco Junior.
Yeah. This looks like perhaps a Zenith over here. After that, but the angle is pretty tough. This
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
this starts to look maybe a German piece. It's a solid state. Oh, this is better. There we go. Close look on these. The Trollo. Well, that's a nice radio.
Mm.
So I can't see what they're asking for.
See, by next year, that it should be a video with a drone that goes hovering in front and does 360s around them while they're on the table.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I'd have to. I would fill my camera with photos from this event. This is really quite. The Trollo makes it have such really eye-catching dial faces.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one's really attractive.
I think that one has the eye tube like mine does above the bezel there.
Yeah.
How were they as radios?
Oh, not bad.
I've only had a couple, and they weren't any great shakes. But maybe I just had a lower model, and
Yeah.
maybe there are much better ones that I just never had, or I didn't restore it properly or something.
That one certainly got a lot of push button presets.
Yeah, I was writing about this is really a nicely this is a pretty
That's
loaded.
motorized tuning. that
Motorized
one
tuning,
right there.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. This thing is quite a good, very attractive radio. I would like to own this one.
A lot going on in a not too big of a box.
I know. Look at it. It's loaded. It's absolutely loaded. Nice looking.
No, I rate the performance on the Detrola and some of those very similar True Tone. I think they were all made by Wells Gardner. I
Yep.
rate
Yeah.
them as fair. I rate them as, well, not fair. I rate them as very good.
No, okay.
Not magic, not tragic, but
Yep.
that's my experience with
Yeah,
them.
my opinion was that it was sort of like middle of the road, but then again, I was like, well, maybe if somebody better than me did an alignment on the thing, and it would be better. But it was fine for the Boston area, around 128. But I wouldn't want to be like on a remote mountain up in Vermont and try to find anything with it. But
Yeah. Oh, that's why a very careful Bluetooth insertion may be the way to go. Oh, go back to. I do recognize the Nord Benda. A couple of these, like Globe Travelers. These are pretty nice radios.
Yeah, there he's got a True Tone behind there.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
this one right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I see the NE. Yeah.
What's that thermos looking thing?
That looks very much like a radio thermos.
Radio thermos, yeah.
The speakers on top. You can turn the head for the to adjust the station. Tune
Yeah.
in.
The antenna is on the side looking like a handle.
The only problem is it needs tube to keep your real coffee hot.
Mm.
You get a Philco sled
Yep.
and another True Tone below it.
Okay. This is a True Tone, right?
Some really interesting stuff in all of these slides.
I
so
know.
far.
There's yet to be anything.
It's an
There's
RCA
nothing I
tune.
call is dull or pedestrian so far. You could almost argue that these Normenda, which I would not claim to be pedestrian, are pedestrian.
Right, compared to some of the other stuff, but they're really cool. Just
These
the
are
way they are.
and these are great. These are nice radios. So I happen to have a Globe Traveler 4, which has the twin speakers.
Oh.
They sound pretty darn good.
I've got a Grundig that looks a lot like the brown one on the right. But
Yeah. Yeah, some good. Oh, and I bet that's is it definitely a TO behind this, I think, or is it a definite? No, it's not. I think it is. I think this is a TO.
or
Yeah,
some version thereof.
Yeah, it is. More toys.
Yeah.
Having big prices, so we can see what you're getting. $40.
Well,
That doesn't seem too unreasonable to me.
that's probably an airline or something like that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an airline face, but
There's RCA.
this one here.
GE. Yeah, I think it's an RCA.
You're probably right. I should have seen GE, but I'll go with you.
Could be a GE too. Yeah. $10. Wow.
$10. Well,
That's because you can't smell what that plastic smells like as it's
Yeah.
outcast. You buy one of those outdoors at Kutztown for $10 and you bring it home and you put it in your living room, and the next morning it's like, oh my God, what have I done? Get this thing out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is the right-hand side of a Grundig.
Yep, looks like.
I think it's a Grundig Majestic. Pretty sure it's Grundig.
It's a Philco Model 84 below it. Little Ford Cathedral.
Oh, wow.
Looks like an RCA, white one.
One,
Yeah. Yep. And a Zenith next to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed on that. Just got out of range here. Oh, the prices seem pretty fair. We didn't look at this one. 10 bucks. So a little bit like a toaster. Now it looks like it's missing one of its legs.
What is that?
and buttons or something. And
So maybe this one might need some serious rework. Some
ooh,
big
bass
ass
reflex.
speakers.
Big
Bass
speakers.
reflex loudspeakers. Woofers with whizzer cones on them. Probably Utah or Jensen or something like that.
These are big babies.
Do some thumping.
Yeah. Hear that a few times over.
That's, those are good for like if you live in a condo kind of thing,
Yeah. How do you endear yourselves to your neighbors?
People of Earth, attention. Look to your son for a warning.
Those are Electro Voice 12s.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, those are Electro Voice. Looks like they're on the T35.
Ooh,
And probably
T35
T20.
tweeters. I use T35 tweeters.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and the big opening, probably the T25 or the T10.
Oh, I thought it was a bass reflex
Maybe it
opening.
is. Well, that looks like the industrial version of what's below it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the larger things looked like maybe they were ports for like a bass reflex, and then the narrower one was maybe where a T35 would slide right in.
Yeah. Can we zoom back in? Or is
Or
that...
maybe the 8 HD horn for the mid range.
Yeah.
Up here, Joe?
Yeah. They look like there's 4 screws in the corners. Ah. Top is horn.
Yep. That looks
Yeah.
too tall and narrow to be an 8 HD though, unless just the perspective is throwing me off.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 12
Yeah.
based off the T35. That could be a T350.
Yeah, T350 I think would be wider though.
Yeah, they were like 2.5 by like
they were
5,
hefty.
yeah.
I didn't they could handle more power, but I didn't think they sounded as good as the littler T35.
No. 35 is the way to go.
Yep. Agreed. Hard to find nowadays. You can't even find them on eBay or anything.
No, and when you do find them, they're 8 ohm. Everybody wants 16.
Yep.
Hmm.
Good. Somebody who speaks EV. That's fun.
They only built them like 200 miles from me in Michigan.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
I have my easy listening pair of speakers is a sort of kind of it's something I built in 1974 when I was in college, and it has CTS 15W54C woofers and 8 HD Electro Voice horn mid ranges and T35 tweeters. Good dorm speakers. They could be heard
There you go. Good stuff.
Could be heard
Yeah.
about a mile and a half away if you crank them up with your Crown DC 300 hooked up to them.
No one had to call the police because the police station would hear you.
Exactly. Bi-amplified Crown DC 300 on the CTS woofers, and then Marantz 8B tube power amps on the horns to kind of smooth them out a little bit.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm running Voice of the Theaters in my living room.
Excellent.
I got 8 7s.
Yep. That's great.
I love the Elmo shirt on that guy.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. I was looking at his shirt.
I couldn't take my eyes off the speakers. I totally missed it.
Yeah, I know your eyes are like saucers there, Noah.
Yep.
Lots of white here.
Lots of white.
But first, it's intriguing.
It's the Wimshurst machine.
The what?
Does it generate
Wims.
static electricity?
Oh,
The Wimshurst machine.
Yep. I could never remember the name. I just knew what it did.
Didn't Bruce Phillips post something along that line recently?
His was different than that.
His was enclosed, but yeah, he was trying to find the manufacturer of what he had.
Yep.
I have one just like that, except it's missing one side of the brushes, and they are from student scientific equipment companies. I don't have the name of the company at my fingertips, but mine looks exactly like that.
You guys know just how cheap I am. I just go with like the inflated balloon rubbing on my hair, and I kind of get by that.
Get a little bit.
Put on a nice wool sweater.
Yeah, that's right. Hard to see. I guess some of these we sort of figure out, but such the angle.
That's what was it, Emerson?
Emerson, RCA, Packard Bell in the front, Athada.
Seems like it's a collection of things that might need some dial face help. At least a few of them look like they're kind of missing or melted or caved in or cloudy.
And lots of white.
Lots of white.
White's the theme here.
White. Well, there's a couple brown ones there in the back.
Yeah, the point at the end there. Don't know really what they are, but a couple old fins.
I'm from the fin company.
The fin.
I'm here to fix your fin. Does your dog bite?
I know that's a.
It's not my dog.
I thought the classic, since we're on a slight tangent, when he was trying to ask for a room. That was absolutely classic.
No, come on. The classic has to be, that was a priceless Steinway.
That didn't Yeah, that was classic. Absolutely classic. Oh man.
All over a broken phone sitting on the table there.
We self-entertain here, Noah.
Yep. No, that's why I tune in every chance I get. That's the ship table from the other side, I think.
Oh, maybe.
A lot of Atwater Kents, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, 30 to the sign.
Oof.
AK here. AK there. Here.
AKs everywhere.
Oh, what? Crossley.
Oh. Got a ringer in there.
Yeah. Now it gets a little hard to tell. Guys at the end. Clear who this may be. A lot of dials though, boy. I'll keep you going. You like dials.
A lot of knobs to play with, yeah.
You are absolutely not gonna be disappointed.
Move closer to the tower.
Yeah. Guess that's probably hits. Oh wait, we kind of don't want to not do some justice on this Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Ooh.
Now, is that a radio?
20 bucks.
Yeah, so it says.
Upside down, I think it's 20 bucks.
I think so. I'm thinking that see the same thing. Oh, kind of neat. Ooh.
2,500 bucks.
That's fat.
2,500, but look at that. Look at that handsome dial piece. Oh, beautiful. Actually, it looks better to actually step away a little bit. That's one attractive looking radio. Just hard to keep clean without fingerprints.
Yeah.
But boy, that's nice.
You're not supposed to touch those. You're just supposed to hook up some Bluetooth electronics inside of it. Oh, what did he just say?
Right.
Or just get the reproduction and put the cassette in the player.
Right.
That's
Wait a
right.
minute, go back one. You missed. You had some other kind of like amplifiers or tuners or something on the left-hand side. On the
I
previous.
apologize.
See those on the left-hand side there? What do we have there?
Oh
We
yeah,
had some some Sherwood tuners or amplifiers or something over there. I couldn't tell if you whoop, whoa, wrong direction.
Oh, sorry.
50
Now,
bucks, whatever it is.
leave no stone unturned, Noah. Oh, all I see is like little bits of this, little bits of that, but I'm not sure I see enough.
You're zooming more and more and more, it looks like.
Yeah, my
On the
maximum.
left.
Yeah, to the left. Can you move left at all, or that's just it? They're cut off.
Yeah, it's got cut off. Yeah, that's
Okay.
looks like the Spartan got all the.
Well, it should.
Says
It should.
Fisher. Says
Oh, yeah.
Fisher on it.
Yeah, so you are completely correct there, Bruce.
Ooh, Fisher. Then there's like a turntable over there in the background on the right. Some kind of.
Yeah, I'm not sure who makes that. It's obviously 60s, 70s stuff.
Looks like an Empire.
Yeah, I was gonna say Empire maybe. If you want a massive turntable with a massive tone arm.
There you
Very
go.
delicately balanced, but massive, and lots of gold. You were very much into the gold.
See. No, these look interesting. Dumont. Dumont? Yeah. I've never seen these before. How what a rather fancy dial.
Clock radio.
And a clock radio, yeah.
Well, I don't know, or a clock. I can't see the part
Maybe
of it
that's-
that's a radio.
Yeah, I
How
know,
do you-
you're right. It's just maybe just a plain old clock.
I believe actually that there is a radio there, but I believe those were made to mount into a wall.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like it.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because you have a little bit of a
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lip on that front. I'd have to look into that, but I think that their wall mount, you actually mount them physically into the wall.
Sure.
Well, look, I wonder if it's like a matched pair. Like you see there, if you look to the white ones to the right and
Yeah.
above, it's like one is the radio and one is the clock. Maybe there's like some tandem thing that goes on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because I see that the tuner looks to be. It does say here, Dumont. Say M something number.
Model RA346.
Yeah.
I just don't see, especially if it mounted to a wall so that there was no access to the sides or top or bottom. How do you tune the radio unless you have that other unit that's up above?
Yeah,
Right.
and yet another hole in your wall.
Right. Yeah, a little tape, a little spackle, you're all set.
Yeah, that's it. Especially when it's and when you when you get rid of them to get a new radio, you just put a picture over where the hole used to be.
Yeah. Did anyone ever make a static microphone? I don't really know, because I've seen a lot of dynamic microphones, but I've never seen a static microphone.
I don't know, but that clock with the two lights around is kind of cool.
This
Yeah,
one right here.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
especially at Christmas. Put it in your window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it. That does. I'm with Howard there. This is quite attractive. Very nice. That's the one thing I like about because we saw that even the last batch of pictures from Kutztown, some really neat, what I call niche items, some of which may not even have really any vintage electronics in there. They're just so
Like what's that? What's that weird sort of
This
light color? Yeah, what's that thing? There's not enough of it showing. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
there is. It's a little
a-
lady, a princess.
Yeah, she playing. What is she doing? She's sitting.
Oh, she's
Playing
playing
a
a
harpsichord.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, playing a harpsichord.
and this got a plug-in, so this can do something.
Maybe it's
It's
a
an elec-
nightlight.
It's an electric harpsichord.
Wow.
Oh, cool! Really cool. Some really neat stuff here, man. I got to get out of there one of these days. Actually, it's probably best I don't because
Exactly.
God knows I come home with.
Yeah, go visit the bank first and make sure you're all, pre-approved for some second mortgage on the house when you show up there.
And be sure to have my heavy duty hard hat.
Well,
We're
no, you can
at
just
home.
you can just use my line. I'm sure it's not my line. I must have heard it somewhere at a flea market somewhere. It's like, no, sir, you don't understand. I can afford the radio. I can't afford the divorce. Is what
Yeah, right. Therein lies the problem.
Mm.
Might be a little, well, actually, this might benefit from Zoom. So,
Oh yeah, I think so. Well, maybe
yeah,
not.
it's
If
still blurry.
yeah. I recognize if you go down a little bit, I think I see that brown thing with the four.
Yeah.
That used to
Have a record
sort of
player?
plug into a chair side radio,
It's a Westinghouse.
a
and
Westinghouse, right? Part of a
would-
Westinghouse chair side radio, and sometimes it even
The
had a
radio-
record player.
Yeah, the radio would plug right into the record player. It would go like right on the
Right.
front.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Yes, sorry, the pictures are with, they were, you could tell was the resolution is questionable. Just when you focus in there.
That was a drive-by.
Yeah, that's the way to call it, drive-by.
Well, yeah, it could be an in focus version of it coming up right behind. You never know. So, in a future slide.
This is kind of neat.
Yeah. Two-tone? Is that the one you're looking at, or the little guy?
Yeah, the one that's kind of like the V-shaped speaker, and yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay. I thought you were looking at that one. Oh, is that two different what's the one that looks like it's two-tone? It's the turquoise and brown.
Oh, this one here. Oh, yeah, I think this is in front of.
Or is that two different radios? I
Yeah, they're
can't
two
tell.
different radios. Well, it'd be quite a Frankenstein.
It would be. Well, at 10
Yeah,
bucks and
15
15
and
bucks,
10.
why not? Get out the Dremel tool and go at it.
There you go.
Be the only one on your block with one of those.
Hey, Howard did a really nice wood job on the back at the Springbrook line. Was sort of I won't call it Frankenstein. It seems like it's such a wrong term because it's actually rather elegant looking case you made. You
And
know,
I can't really tell, but it looks, I don't know, somebody smarter than I am. That thing down on the left with like the little tiny chrome rack mount handles and lots of buttons on it, that
oh yeah. This
to me that looks very much phase linear like, but I don't really know. 70s phase linear, but why
yeah,
it would be amongst all those other radios there, I don't really know. But
yeah. There we go. That's nice.
wow. Yeah.
Now that will zoom in. We'll get a good clear. Midwest.
Ooh, yeah.
Attractive. I'm gonna pull away because it's almost too much. That's a very good looking radio. I wonder if that's just a single speaker or is it dual?
Don't know. Never saw one.
Yeah, very nice though.
Looks like it's got a lot of bands on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. And
Yeah,
the-
almost like an old Scott or something,
1, 2,
Four
3.
bands. It almost looks like a mother of pearl. Maybe it's just a picture, but the dial itself is like
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is
the
unusual.
typical, it's
Amber.
not,
That's
yeah.
Yep.
very nice.
Bless you.
Thank you.
There we go. Now we got some stuff.
Who's our member that's into UHF tuners? There
Yeah.
you go.
And oscilloscope. Look at this. Is this a
That's the UHF tuner. Add
Oh,
that to your
yes.
television set to get those UHF
Yeah.
channels.
It threw me off for a moment. Yeah, that's right. Boy, I haven't thought about UHF in so long.
Ultra high frequency.
We need Mark Nelson for that. Or
That's the name. I couldn't remember. Yep. Nelson.
sending and receiving telegraph.
New in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
pretty
old
cool,
in the
huh?
box.
Hole in the
Yeah.
box. Yeah.
Hmm. Like we got a little
Big-
water
big
damage
old-
on the helicopters.
Yeah.
Ooh, scroll up a little bit. Looks like there's something interesting up above. That's pretty
It
cool.
says it hums, but I don't know what it's
Oh.
AM, FM.
It doesn't know the words.
This
Yeah.
must be the Dolphins. I've never seen such a radio. I don't even know who makes it.
I don't know.
Hums.
It says
It
it's
hums.
45 hums. That's what it must be. Actually,
Oh,
it
look,
looks-
and a little Amtrak train next to it.
Oh, well, of course. Slam track.
Oh, and some more Fisher stuff maybe over there to the left.
Yeah, look at you got quite the well, actually got quite a number of decks over here.
Yeah.
Not sure again the angle's bad, so it's a little bit hard to call out who these units are.
Those almost look like the early Harman Kardons. I could be way off here, but something about them. Those two receivers to the left of the Holocrafters.
Now you may be right, Howard. It's I see the blue sticker probably actually reveals their identity, but the speakers back here.
Interesting stuff, though. Again, still interesting stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's that weird little zenith thing up above there.
yeah.
Yep.
And then this thing, the heck is that?
Crystal
know.
control scanner, maybe?
I think these are
Yeah, maybe.
pioneers. They say no. Does that say pioneer speakers? Pioneer speakers.
Yeah, it's like a police scanner or something. I don't know.
Oh, these, yeah. This one up here looks like it almost. See, I see some script, but I just blurred out. Oh, this is interesting. Must be a display of really cool tubes.
Yep.
These some big bad boys here. Oh, I do believe I see a German radio.
You certainly do.
I will start with that because, just to give them. What do we have here? What does that say? That's not one I see very often, so this one's not jumping at me. I look at the script. Can anyone read that script?
Looks like something Carvana or something like that.
No, that's what I thought. It looked like something.
It's not a Corona, right? It's a.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
This is not something I've. Interestingly enough, it is the U.S. export because it's got the full,
88
full
to
FM band.
108.
Everything looks English and nice and tidy. But I'm trying to think if I've ever seen one of these before. I'm not sure what to name this thing.
No. Foreign.
Typical.
I think it says Carvana.
But even that, I'm not even sure what to if that's the model, what's the maker? Just
right.
At
Maybe that's the maker and the model is, on the back.
Yeah, you could be right. I have to do some research. Wow, that's a radio I've never seen before. What makes it even more intriguing is because it's usually a lot of these radios, if they, they're that small, they may have not even had much of a U.S. presence, but yet this one does. But didn't need to do that. Sorry, guys. Sitting on a nice little table radio.
Yeah. Might even be a record player underneath that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Yeah. That's a gear.
That's an RCA.
Yep.
About
Had one of
35.
those at one point.
I think it was 35. They had the square dial. 34.
I didn't really know what it was. I just wound up with it and did the typical restoration of it and made it work.
Sure.
Nice, looks like a little chair side that's down there on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You are right.
Apparently a Zenith.
Maybe a not so nice little chair side on the floor. because it's just got stuff piled on top of it.
Yeah, it's looking that way, Noah. So, some good stuff. Like I said, you had another radio I've never seen before.
Yep.
Some unique stuff here. It's up there in the corner. Oh, it's like speaker box.
Whoa. Piles of stuff. Little RCA 45 RPM record player in the foreground there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Good catch.
And that's a tall one, so that's even got the little amplifier and speaker in it, I bet. Little front-facing speaker. There's no tone arm on it, I don't. Oh, no, there it is. Black plastic tone arm. I was looking for the gold metal tone arm, but that's got the black plastic.
Cool.
And way too many of those. What's that blue thing? Did you see the blue? It looked like it was a blue metallic radio that was behind the German radio.
Whoop, sorry about that. All right, things got out of right here. I'll have to just reshare. Oh, here we go. Let's get it. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Hold on, let me fix the problem. Okay, now be able to share. Okay, now we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Emerson AX211, $80.
Wow, $80.
Yeah, that seems a little steep there for a radio that looks like it needs some love. I think that power cord might need replacement.
As long as you don't grab it.
It's called a house burner,
Yeah.
not the current burner.
Well, that little that white stuff is asbestos, so just don't breathe a lot around it.
$80. That's a lot more than the cope. It's more than the copay I'd have to pay to go see the doctor after.
I was gonna say that's ambitious.
Yeah, I think we have to take the zero off. You know, there's another crossing that looks also potentially original.
He's asking only 20 for that, Emerson.
This one here?
No, I was joking.
Oh, okay.
I can't read it.
I was gonna say, wow, you have really good eyes. You have great eyes, Howard.
Well, no, you've all missed the big score. No, go back up a little bit and then go pan to the left. Look right there. See the white one?
Oh, the toilet paper
The
radio?
toilet paper radio. The
Oh.
toilet paper.
Oh my God.
You put your roll of toilet paper right on there, and you can listen to the radio right there in the bathroom.
Did you have one of those two yet, Noah?
No, I've been searching. I can't. If anybody ever finds one, grab it and you'll be able to sell it to me.
Is that right? So you should send an APB out, to.
Oh no, I don't think I want to go that far, but it's like, I don't know what that little pink tag says, but hopefully it's a very small number because I mean, how.
I think it says 35, but I could be wrong.
Ooh.
Do you feel like is that flush worthy?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, how many people are actually looking for one of those, right?
I think you need to be on,
that's one of those things. When I'm at the event, I walk up to the guy, whoever this booth is, and say, I am the only person here who has any interest in that, and I'll give you $10 for it, and I'm ready to walk away.
Yeah.
That's the holy grail of radios, huh?
Well, if you had one of those, you'd spend more time on the throne than King Charles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or Queen Elizabeth. And that'd be a lot.
Jane Seymour or any of the 6 wives of Henry VIII. And then what you do is there's another thing that goes with that. There's a keychain that says take Doxodin in the PM for a BM in the AM. And then you'd be doing this in the soothing music of what's on the radio. Yeah, exactly.
That's forever. exactly. You know, the music calms the savage beast.
Yeah.
Or something to, you need a radio like that when you're doing your colonoscopy prep, you know.
Yeah.
True.
I'm only going to assume that they start making with the advent of Taco Bell. They just put
I think I think we're approaching time for the next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Does that dispense sheets individually?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If they can spare a square.
Right. Now I see, I know at least 3 or 4 of you are going to be competing with me for one of those now.
Well, you know what? As Fall Brookline, if I see one and it's reasonably priced,
Grab it.
You know what?
Thank you.
Well, look at this. So lots of
Junk.
yeah. Yeah.
Valuable spare parts.
Speaking what we're all thinking. That's all right. You know, you're gonna get that. You get the part sets and people,
Right.
you know, you need that.
That's how you keep the good ones alive sometimes.
Yeah, that I think it's a transistor. I think it was just a
Oh yeah, one of the car things. Yep.
yeah, those are kind of cool.
Duesenberg or something.
Yeah,
Packard.
it's a really nothing car in terms of I don't think it's really mimicked after anything particular, but
No,
I almost got it. I almost got one once, but
it has dual side mounts though.
yeah, yeah. There's some good stuff here. You know, there's always some diamonds in the rough. Ah, here's his Venus. Let's see. Oh, yes, we're going those little.
Bzzz. I have one of those.
Oh, and that's one. This is an RCA, I think.
No, I meant the ball in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
And AM/FM, both the Zenith and the RCA, right?
Yeah, you almost always guarantee see one of these at a show. They seem to make plenty of these. 235 for
RCA.
Stairline.
I think that's an RCA like the other one was 6 tube. It's a big set, but not a lot of tube count.
I was gonna say it looks very big. What's that cool looking thing in the front of it?
Oh, I had one of those. That was a
That's either a McGuire.
McGuire.
Yeah, that's it's either a McGuire or there was one other model that came with that, but those were made by Meissner actually. That's a 6.
Oh, Meissner. Okay, yeah.
That's a
I had a
6
really
tube.
good Meissner FM tuner. It performed very well. It looks like it belongs like in a mausoleum or something.
That's a good, yeah, that's a good analogy. Mausoleum radio. Well, you have the toilet radio.
Right.
I don't think that color scheme that's on there though was original. I think somebody did that with the black wrap around there.
yeah.
I did have one at one time, and it was a good receiver.
Oh, it was a Brewster.
Brewster, that's it.
Brewster.
Yeah.
Interesting. We hit all the mean stuff off of this.
Big console down the end.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, guitars.
What do we have?
$5. Not bad.
What we got here?
Philco behind there.
Oh yeah. Yep, definitely Greg. We got a multi-band. Which makes this one. Hard to say, actually.
Westinghouse.
Little clock radio.
Yeah, now we got a few guitars.
Guitars, yeah.
Amplifier, Marshall.
Ooh, Marshall. The smallest Marshall known to man. That could be an RCA record player that's back in the background, the brown plastic one
Yeah,
there.
sitting on the trunk, yeah,
Yep.
the hatchway. Yes. Speaker. Oh. Bunch of a variety of radios.
A lot of nice stuff
Yeah.
there.
So what we got here? I've seen one of these before. What is it's not thingy right now.
Let's see what's.
So, look at this. So that's just an airline. I think it's the same similar radio I showed last week.
Yeah, I think it is airline.
Yeah, I think the one I showed was that white or something. Some color white.
Yeah, I think they came in white too. There's Emerson behind there.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
GE to the
This
left,
is interesting.
right? I mean,
Anyone know what this is?
I think that's a GE.
That's interesting. It's actually a rather neat looking radio.
I worked on one of those once. They also came in a Bakelite cabinet, and the
Right.
speaker is mounted at an angle, so it,
Yeah.
That would make sense, I
that's
guess.
why the opening is kind of small.
Yeah. Huh. Still kind of cool in its own way. So it's unusual design. That's what I think catches
Yep.
my eye.
And a nice Majestic too, way over to the left with the chrome grille.
Oh yeah, I blew past that. Yeah. Is that missing a
That's
knob?
Looks like it, yeah.
Hopefully it's not missing everything behind the knob.
That would be most unfortunate. That's, yeah, it's like some sort of 80s, like 70s.
Some tube chassis back there lurking in the background, but I couldn't tell anything about it.
Yeah.
Behind the white radio.
Whoop. Make sure I might have blown past one. Make sure I didn't blow
Wow.
Ooh,
There we go. Sorry about that. I hit that button more than I should have. There we go. Now look at this. Some neat novelty stuff here. Wow.
no white.
No, no wait.
That's a valuable little set.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a clock. These old lamps. What do we have here? No idea what this thing is.
This looks like a time clock or something, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
BSA.
BSR McDonald's. Maybe it's like some kind of a promotional sign or
Yeah,
plaque or something.
For store, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah. Like one of those.
Interesting teledial.
You
Yeah.
know,
That Majestic tube, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it is. I like that.
Old
Quite
the
nice.
globe tubes.
It's in
That's
pretty
gotta be
good
early
shape
30s.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Frankenstein monster.
Test your strength. You grab hold of that and plug it in.
Yeah, there you go. I think way in the back is either Stromberg Carlson way in the back.
It is, yeah. I think a model 136.
Get a more better view on these things. Oh yeah, Missy Outward Kent radio sign. Look
Yep.
in the background. That's quite nice.
So it's a,
We've
First
seen that
one.
one before.
yeah, different.
Yeah, this is stuff we just jostle around a little bit more. It's a slightly better picture.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Crosley Victory.
Yeah.
Nice carbon mic.
This is for a very extremely rare Prime Amazon Prime box.
Yeah.
Stuart Warner. There we go. I was wondering what that was.
Presto 11-inch electric skillet.
What was that?
It says Presto 11-inch electric skillet
The
on that box down there.
yep. Precursor to the George Foreman.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh, now that you gotta have that.
Yeah.
Now, but the question is it avocado green or is it
Ooh, yeah, that's the desirable one.
yeah.
Right. You have to say Presto. This is kind of
Presto.
unusual. Still don't think
Yeah.
identify the city better than I could before, but it's unusual radio. Almost looks Spartanish in its own way, but
Yeah. Nice 1940 Zenith Zephyr right there.
this one right here,
With the Zephyr cabinet, yeah.
yeah, that's very nice.
Ooh.
Colors.
Or look at the side, look at the carvings of this baby.
Mm.
Crosley widget.
Is it? That's unusual. I've never seen one that I can recall.
Such a repwood cabinet. It's a little smaller than the Buddy Boy, which is the more common one.
It's pretty cool though.
I think that coral colored one is an Olympic.
That sounds right.
RCA, the blue one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's do the rest. Lots of like ephemeral.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, here's a couple of consoles.
Yeah, some interesting things there.
That's one of those early Philco chair sides where they had
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
speaker would sit on one side of the room and then the little thing on top of the table sat next to your chair. There's
Right.
a big long cord that connected the two.
You said that this or was this?
That's the radio part of it. And then in front, that
Wow.
housing for the console itself is just a speaker.
Wow. So they had
Yep.
a long cord that you would
Long
just.
cord, yeah.
I
Ran
guess
under
it's
your
not the
rug.
cord. Yeah, I assume it's the cord here.
That is, yeah. It's a
Wow,
flat
I've
type
never seen
cord.
one. That's cool. That's very cool.
About a 31 or a 32. It's very early. Philco.
Nice. Looks like a pretty nice shape. Wow. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you were pretty well off if you owned one of those.
Yeah.
I say so. I set you back a few dollars. Question about it. You.
That's an RCA right there with the rounded side.
Yeah, old stuff here.
Yeah, there's another neutral wound.
Yep, another neutral wound. Resonance.
Radio F3A. Not sure what this is.
No, that's pretty bizarre.
Oh,
There's an RB battery eliminator.
Yep.
all right. Yep. Looks like a clock. Here it is, another winner.
Yeah, they had like
Pretty cool to go with.
over the tubes.
Nice. that picture one. That's pretty cool.
I don't know if I've ever seen one, and tonight I've seen two.
Yeah. You need a long table. Have to put that on a dining room table if you had one of those.
Yeah, no question. Yeah. Or Royal Radio. No. No.
Yeah, that was made in Providence.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Holly Royal, yeah.
That's interesting. Good call, Len.
A lot of three dialers.
Oh, look at this piece in the background. This is the most interesting thing.
Yeah.
So those two, let's see what you see here. Oh, that's interesting. Got the player, got AM band. I have no idea who makes this.
That's an Emerson.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. Recognize
Yeah,
the
look at
knob.
those knobs. Yeah, those are definitely like Emerson knobs.
Yeah. Good call, guys. Kind of neat.
I'm not sure though that it originally came with those legs.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, look at this. They look kind
Yeah,
of.
it looks sort of like tabletop unit that now has legs from the 60s or something.
Yeah, it looks a little.
Exactly.
Maybe
I
it's Frankensteinish.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're
it's
right. So
a
looking
chair
at
or something.
you expect wood legs when you have all this, you know.
Not only wood, but kind of ornate and not like
Yeah.
you say that those legs are more like jet age as opposed to
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Got our attention though.
Yeah, it did because it was.
We missed all those tubes in the foreground. And look at that gigantic tube right there. And you have to zoom way out to see it. Look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Death ray.
Dim the lights of nearby towns.
It's a bug zapper.
Yeah, that's for sure. They'll zap them and cook them right there on the spot.
$225 per flat.
2-digit tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy one, take the whole flat.
Right.
But I don't want that one.
Maybe if they were, if they were all 45s, or
Yeah.
I guess it's a
27s, not so much.
come on, come on. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Quite suspended. Looks more like a chamber.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's the shipping device for that tube. I have two of them in the original box.
oh, really? Interesting.
That makes sense.
That's an IMAX 750.
Oh, you mean the tube?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I have one.
oh, thank you, Lou.
It's like one of those pre-eBay scams where it's like the tube is $15 and the shipping and handling is $130.
Yeah. That's a side view of that one radio we were looking at before with it.
Yeah. And, discovered that by the tube is some sort of wine garden special.
Yeah.
That's his.
Very nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very nice.
very attractive, very unusual.
Oh, and further down the table is another one of my favorites that I haven't been able to find yet, but we'll get there.
Couple
Okay.
of Emerson.
So you think it's an Emerson here?
Both of those are, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Absolutely agreed there, Greg. See that? Yeah. Decal.
That looks like a Zenith toaster. Half of it. And that's a silver
Keep
tone
going.
on the end.
Look
Oh,
at that.
okay.
Look at that rocket ship lamp. I want one of those.
Oh, but you want it more than a toilet radio.
Well, you could probably get quite a few toilet radios for the price of that rocket ship lamp.
Yeah,
That's true.
And you can never get the shade, so you have to just put some other kind of shade on top. But it would be nice to have one of
Yeah.
those.
Zenith with the push buttons.
Yeah.
I think that's.
They're all fluid. Looks like some nice pieces worth a closer look.
Fully restored.
Is that
Stuart Warner. Very
Yep.
nice.
Stuart Warner?
A nice
silver tone.
attractive
You have to see the whole dial.
Yeah,
yeah. It's really seeing those looks nice when you stand back on this.
that's a nice silver tone tombstone.
Yep.
Yeah. And with
19.
the with this tuning eye, I think.
Yep. I have the
Yes.
teledial version of that.
You have the what?
I have the teledial version. There's
Oh.
one with like a telephone dial below the
Yep.
Oh, right. Cool. Yeah, that's good looking dial.
And the tenite isn't too bad on that one. The escutcheon's in pretty good shape. Usually they're all warped.
Yep.
And that's another one. It's weird. It depends. Every once in a while, one of them just kind of, not only do they warp, but they start to smell funny. I don't know why.
Yeah, they do. I think that's a Zenith.
This one right here. Yeah.
I think so.
Some test equipment.
Some test equipment.
Stuff. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, better look up at
Yeah,
that.
it looks, price
That
just
looks
went up.
Yeah, that just
Yeah, they're kind of neat. They got a little,
And
they got a little arrow on the side there, on the right-hand side of the dial that moves up and down when you switch bands.
yep.
Oh, okay, right. Yep. See?
So, yep, big Z. That's a Zenith.
That's a nice dial pointer. Oh, here we go.
It's a classic.
Classic
RCA bullhorn.
horn.
Yep.
Zenith here.
Yeah.
Silver tone in the back.
Over to the I-tube, yeah.
With a tuning eye.
That-
That's a Philco Transitone. That's pretty nice looking radio.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah, some maroon.
yeah, I like it. Looks of gold. Maroon and gold always work well together. What does he ask?
I think
Ooh.
Zenith did a fair amount of maroon and gold stuff too.
Yeah.
I had that Philco model, but in a kind of an ugly olive green.
Yeah, they came in several colors. I seen a yellow one too.
And I was so angry, I dropped it and the case cracked into pieces. And it was really not bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Blue Philco portable and a
Yeah.
little FOTA in the front.
Admiral.
Admiral, yeah, that's
What
a
is
FOTA.
this?
FOTA. Take
Oh,
your
is
pick.
this? This
Yeah,
one here?
that's a
Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Greg. Wasn't sure.
Philco Transitone on the end.
Oh, yeah. Yep. 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 Good stuff. Let's see if we can show one or two more pictures and we'll cut you guys loose for the night. Another Coca-Cola radio.
Yeah. Is that console, is that a silver Marshall?
This one here.
Yeah,
Looks like a Midwest.
or
Looks
Midwest.
pretty,
That could be.
looks kind of fancy.
Yeah, now it's got quite the plate. It's got.
Midwest used to sell just the chassis and you would put it into whatever cabinet you had. So that may not have been something that came with Midwest, but then again, it might have.
Sure.
Hmm. Kind of interesting.
Crosley?
Yes, yeah, so it is. Must be. Is that a clock radio? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like the dial is kind of cracked or something.
Yeah.
RCA.
A record player in the back.
Yeah.
With spindle for 45s.
Yes, yes. Wilco.
Might be another version, might be a different shot of a table we saw before, because I saw like a Marshall amplifier in the back
Yeah,
there.
I was thinking the same thing, Noah, because I think I recognize this, yeah, we're seeing another just different angle.
I didn't have far to go to the Metros.
Ford stuff. Oh, a Mercury Cougar. And we got here. Maybe we'll make this the last picture for tonight. Let you guys loose. It's kind of neat. I wonder who makes this. You see the script, I can't make it out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the Nars. Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say Crosley, but I'm not sure.
it's hard to say. This last side it looks like an A, but after that, I just
Oh, yeah.
it's an Emerson right here.
Nice yellow phone.
Harvest Gold.
Harvest Gold, yeah.
Yeah. This is the Zenith I thought behind here.
Yeah.
Phone.
Another Emerson.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that a? Oh yeah, that is the Cougar right there.
Yeah. Now I've never seen one that size.
A little promotional. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, promo.
Yeah, but that's what's it does it looks bigger than 124th. Usually they run out of it, but this might be a special promo of a bigger size. It's that you can see it's got some defects, but the shape is unmistakable.
Yep.
I thought there was one that had a radio in it. Like,
Really?
yeah, I thought I seen one somewhere.
Well, that could be
Maybe
the one. You never know.
Could be the
Gotta-
one.
Gotta
I
flip it
mind
over.
this. I not mind this. I never knew they existed.
Little transistor.
I've always been a fan of the first gen Cougars. You had me at sequential directionals.
The grown-ups Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If I remember, not to go into a very, very slight short tangent, but I remember going back home. We were living along Long Island, going back home, my dad's car, and we're heading to our street. I remember, a few hundred feet ahead, it was night. I saw the sequential taillights of the Cougar, and I said, "That." And I'm a little kid. That I like. It just made that. It sort of burned into your brain. I can remember like yesterday saying that is so cool.
Yeah.
I had that alarm clock in college, that black one.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's just a wind up.
I had a wind up. Who was sort of the most common wind up makers? My auntie.
West clocks.
I'm trying to think of West clocks. It might have been, but she gave me one. It was just I liked it. It had that very pleasing tick.
Remember they used to say Baby Ben on them?
Yes, the Baby Ben.
That's what it was.
I'm trying to remember, there might have been a different one, but it was a good size. It was about the size, it was more vertical than horizontal, but it was a good
And
size.
you get the one that all the ladies had to like lick the little paint with the radium on the brushes to paint the glow in the dark radium on there, and
Oh, yeah.
they all died of cancer. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's so sad, but it's like there it
yeah.
is.
But if they stuck their tongue out at night, their tongue glowed.
Yeah.
Freaked everybody out.
Who knew?
That's cool. If that truly is a Cougar radio, that's the first I've ever seen one. First I've
Mhm.
even known they existed. So thank you for that tidbit there, Greg.
I have to look it up online, but I thought I seen something about there being a promotional.
Look at that,
Cougar.
like strange, was that oval cat's eye kind of radio in the background?
Oh yeah, what the heck is that? Yeah, it's certainly unusual.
I think that's an RCA. Could be
Oh
wrong.
really?
Right, yeah, I think you're right.
Good stuff here.
Wasn't it around the time of that Cougar that the Thunderbird, they made those 4 doors with the suicide doors?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Those are kind of different.
Yeah, they were actually pretty nice cars. As strange it was to see 4-door T-Birds. I had a little trouble getting over that, but
Yeah.
past next to me, a T-Bird was 2-door. That was it. No, but
In front of that GE console tone and to the left of that octagonal clock, you see one of those GE Telecron timers.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
lying down on its back, but it's got those little pins that you pull out at 15-minute intervals.
Yep.
oh, this thing, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good catch there, Howard. Well, guys, what do you think? Do you think shall we sort of stop here?
Yeah, stop at that slide. I mean, you're the one who knows. Like, have you any idea like how many more there are to go? Because
Oh,
we
let me
just
take a peek, look ahead. I think
I mean, right now I have the impression that like every table was amazing, or whoever took the photos, was very selective, but boy, there were a lot of tables that had really interesting stuff on them.
I've got a fair number to plow through here. I would say too much to try to get through tonight.
No, I'm just saying that could be the next topic, is to just finish these off if it would take
Yeah.
up most of the next,
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do there. We'll just push off Fall Brookline a little bit. Plus, it'll give me some time to probably get the pictures sorted out
Mhm.
there. But yeah, we have a good few dozen.
I think there were at least 75 pictures that he took.
How
He
many?
took a lot of I think there was at least 75 pictures.
Yeah, that seems about right. We went through a good number of these. And we could always, if we somehow finish early, we can just start with Fall Brookline. But we can
Yep.
also, Bob will probably be back with us, hopefully, and maybe he can add a little bit more of his view on how Kutztown went. Oh, I'm going to quickly just show one thing, but no, it steals away. If I do that, because I haven't looked at these photos, but you know what, I'm going to do real fast, and then we'll talk about it real fast. So we sort of leave you guys on a high note here.
Yet another toilet paper radio?
No, but
dashboard.
this, my friend, you could accompany it, and you'll see why.
Oh,
At least I would argue. I mean, of course, I'm being a little bit optimistic here, but I say you could. Let's go. Whoops, share screen. Go. Man has to stay refreshed while he's using his toilet radio.
oh, absolutely. Oh, look, a white and a brown.
Yeah. Now this one looks like it's missing some stuff. This one looks much more complete.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought I'd leave you guys on a high note.
That's another bucket list right there, boy.
Your scotchy scotch and your cognac.
Now,
I've got quite a few of the glasses, actually. I just
Yeah. So all you need, Noah, is you'd had that, your
Yep.
toilet radio, you'd never leave the bathroom.
Right. Well, you go back and forth, but,
Oh, I wasn't sure you're keeping them co-located.
no. One of these would have a prominent place in the living room for certain.
Yeah. That,
Right on the coffee table.
yeah.
Yep.
I would really like that too. I really like this. But you can tell the one that Hugh showed, that was pretty complete. I think the other thing was missing was the swizzle sticks, but it had everything else.
I've got swizzle sticks.
You do.
That's great. Oh, and look at but there's the telltale. Look at the sign. Make an offer.
Oh boy, yeah, he's fishing.
It says
Yep.
this means you, Noah.
No, that means this is expensive.
Yeah. I thought the ones that Hugh showed, he showed one. I thought I shared the group where he did. Somebody did. One of us did. That was, I think, in a like an antique shop. It looked pretty complete.
Yes.
It said it was like $475. I mean,
Yep.
it's gulp, but there've been bigger gulps than that, but it looks
Well, and
pretty
then
complete.
and then figure out how to get it shipped to Texas. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, all the glassware. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be so afraid. It was worth driving there and back, But
those are
anyway,
great.
I thought
Show those again.
Wait, look at this. We got Bruce
Oh.
with it. Let me go to the speaker view. So what do you got there, Bruce? Go show us. Let me just maybe switch to you. There we go.
Zenith, yeah.
Zenith. That's pretty
It's
neat.
Zenith 6S527.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those before.
No.
41, 42.
Is this something that you'll be bringing to Brookline? Or is this staying in?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I think I bought it to bring to Brookline, but I may fall in love with it.
I guess we're going to find out in 10 days whether there's a love affair.
That's right.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
It's in good shape.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is in terrific shape. Neat dial face. I like it.
Okay. There you go.
That was a great evening.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it,
I
guys.
enjoyed it.
We had a lot of fun. So, no, it's too bad we won't see you in Fall Brookline, but the rest of you guys, I'm hoping. Well, Rob, I guess. So I don't think this looked promising there.
Are you going to be in Arizona on the 6th or 7th?
7th is I might be there.
Maybe I'll see you. I'm planning on.
You gonna be there?
Yeah.
I will look for you there if I make it. I'm supposed to pop out there for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Great. Well then.
Thanks for the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks
good.
very much for coming out.
Beautiful.
Appreciate it. You guys have a great evening. Have a great 10 days ahead. And then we're going to see hopefully a good chunk of you guys at Fall Brookline. And until then, stay well and save your money for the big show.
Wish I could.
All right. Good night.
All right, guys,
Good night,
take care.
everybody.
Good night.
Night.